Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Boardsy, and in this video we're going to be doing a review of the G203 Lightsync. Obviously I have Paracord mine, I'll get into that later. This was 2020's first revamp of the egg shape. It comes in black and white, I believe. I got the white one. And the main difference that Logitech advertises, because they're fucking dumb, is something about the RGB. Like apparently there's more zones. Apparently the like you can make separate things, separate colors. Like this could be a different color than that. Who fucking cares? What they didn't mention is that the coding is updated. In my opinion, that is huge. I had the G Pro Hero wired, and the coding fucking sucked. It was one of the weak points about the mouse. The weight was bad and the coding sucked, and that made it like a Zowie mouse. Like I just didn't really want to use it. That's why I don't really use my S2. But then this mouse came out. I decided to pick it up because fucking Egg Gang was becoming like a thing again. So, and like all of the top aimers use this mouse, so I decided to just like pick one up to review. And I noticed that the coding's great. Like I have not like cleaned mine since I got it, and there's virtually no wear. And the coating itself, hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in. I've never done something this fancy before. Uh, yeah, you can see possibly there's little like dots on the coating, and they don't make it feel like sandy, but they just give it a nice little bit of texture. And they also make it so there's like no sweat stains on the mouse, and it feels the same whether you've been using it for 5 minutes or 5 hours. Very fucking epic. Also, the thing with Logitech mice, the build quality is great. Like since this thing does weigh 83 grams, that's obviously what I'm expecting from it. But it's just something to note. The build quality feels spectacular. The egg is very strong. Not going to fucking crack anytime soon, you feel me? The clicks, they're Omron 20Ms. They're great for the most part. When paracording it, you can definitely fuck them up, but I didn't. As you can see, look how epic I am. You can see a nice travel, not too much pre-travel, like barely any pre-travel, virtually no post-travel, basically a perfect clicks. But when you're paracording them and rescrewing, you gotta be like triple extra careful. But yeah, just Omron 20Ms. They sound great, they feel great, they look great. Actually, wait, there's no way that's loud enough. But yeah, very snappy, very crispy, solid clicks from the G203 Lightsync. These are definitely updated over the G203, or not the G203, the G Pro Hero wired. I'm not sure how the ones on the G203 Prodigy are. It's simply not worth my time to get them to be able to tell you. But yeah, the clicks are honestly great. Some of the best I've used. Not too light. You're not going to accidentally actuate them, and they just feel great overall. I'm not going to lie. And I believe with Logitech, you get really low debouncing right off the bat, so that's pretty epic as well. Side buttons, they are a fine. They get the job done. There's no pre or post travel. But I've said before, they feel like really weird. They feel like buttons. They don't feel like side buttons. That kind of makes sense if you like get what I'm saying. But they're fine. No problem there. If you need them for Fortnite, it'll be fine. However, I don't really recommend this mouse for Fortnite because it is 83 grams. And I didn't bring that up earlier because I don't think it's really that important. I feel like if you do get used to a mouse for like more than a few days, you'll be able to get adjusted to a new weight. And no different with a 83-gram mouse than it is with like a 50-gram mouse. And I have been using this mouse like on and off for like the past month about, and every time I've used it, it's just taken me a few minutes to get used to the weight. Obviously, I get used to things a bit faster than most people just because I use so many. But don't let the weight turn you off from like a fucking overall very nice, solid product. Certainly very unique, even though it's like just a fucking egg clone. It is like it's still a unique mouse in some ways. Uh, but yeah, it is a bit heavy, and that also means it's going to be a bit more stable. So it's a little fucking benefit you get from it. But definitely it does take a bit to get used to, and I don't really know if a heavy mouse is optimal because it's kind of annoying to use. You want to use a lighter object. I understand that, and I fucking main the Hot ES, so obviously. The scroll wheel, I fucked mine up when paracording it. Just it wasn't outvalue a scroll wheel enough to redo it, especially since I don't fuck up the clicks. I sacrificed my scroll wheel to save the clicks, I guess. But when the scroll wheel's fine, it's very light. It feels interesting. Doesn't really feel very gamery. It feels more like productivity like oriented, but it's fine nonetheless. The RGB, I made mine baby blue to have like the full fucking baby blue setup going with the Paracord and the X-ray pad Minerva. Everybody's also like, oh, please review the Minerva. Yes, I'm gonna. I just fucking hate using this thing, but I'll review it in a few days, hopefully. What have I not talked about so far? There's a DPI button if anybody cares. Oh, the Paracord. So this is from Lethal Gaming Gear. I don't even know what it's called. You shouldn't get it because if you're getting a cord from Lethal Gaming Gear, you need to get the fucking Zebra cord to join Zebra Gang. If you join Zebra Gang, make sure to show me on Twitter, and you will receive a surprise benefit from that. But jokes aside, this cable's great, very flexible, much better than the shitty rubber stock cable. I wasn't even going to review this mouse until I modded it because you just don't want to use a fucking rubber cable. I'm sorry, like, if you're a Rocket Jump Ninja fan, that might come as a surprise, but it's just less optimal. Paracords just feel better, and if you are getting a G203, especially if you get a Prodigy, make sure to mod it out because it really takes the mouse to the next level, and you're just a fucking cuck if you don't. The G203 Prodigy, it's $20, and then a good paracord is going to cost you like $20 as well, and then some new feet that's going to be like $10. So it's really $50 for a fully modded top-tier mouse. The only even potential downside being the weight. That is a good-ass deal. The Lightsync, it's going to cost $20 more, so $70. And at that point, there's a ton of other options in the market. But $50 for a fully modded mouse, that's a fucking insane deal. So personally, I do recommend the G203 Prodigy. I'm not sure if the coding is the same though. The coding on the Lightsync's really fucking epic, but not really sure about the coding on the Prodigy. But for $40, I can still recommend this mouse, especially people who want to try it, people who want to be a part of Egg Gang. One thing I didn't talk about is the shape. It is really good for small hand claw. My hands, I'm 19.5 by 10.5. It's just a bit too small for me to be able to comfortably claw it, but it's not undoable. I personally fingertip it, and it feels nice. It's definitely fun to use, a bit heavier mouse, and overall, the Egg is great. If you have big hands, stay away from it. It is an extremely hit or miss shape, as you can tell. I'll compare it to a few other things. What do I have on my desk? The D-. Here's that. And the Hottie S. And yeah. Also, hopefully you guys like the new camera setup. It is the 4K camera, obviously. And I'm just, for now, I'm using my phone as a light to make it just focus a bit better and more crispy. And I hope that works. I hope this review is good. It's a bit awkward with the new camera, just getting used to like moving my hands in a new place. But hopefully you enjoyed. If anybody does want to get an Egg, it is, I vouch it, solid shape. Definitely, personally, I play well with it. I do benefit from the stability, from the weight, and once it's modded, it's fucking great. The sensor, nothing to be afraid of. On any of them, they're all going to perform the same. Sin made a great video on that. I'll link it. And yeah, I unfortunately have not replaced the feet yet. They fucking suck. They're not like horrible though, I guess. But I'm definitely going to get core pads ASAP. But unfortunately, they sold out on Lethal. But yeah, now that's really all for this video. The last 2 minutes were like a fucking ramble. If you stayed for that long, I love you. Make sure to like and sub though. Peace out.